Hey guys, today is day 2 of me making my lavish lavender, but the large roses. I'm going to sanitize my hands, and then since I'm touching my face, I can't help it. I'm so bad. But so I'm going to sanitize my hands, and I'm going to put on some gloves, and I'll be right back with y'all to unveil my lavish lavender, because I'm excited. Hopefully I can say nailed it. All right. Okay, so let me put these gloves on. And I know some of y'all are going to be like, excuse me, aren't you going to wrap these? I'm going to reveal them. I'm going to wrap them, and I'm going to slap a label on them. But the thing is that I'm going to show you that these are just so I can touch everything. Since I've been touching my face, like me touching these, it's so, but I want to be sanitary. So that's just me. So, but for me, when I'm using the heat gun, I got these gloves, and I know they're big, and the gloves are these right here. And I'm going to put them, the description down in the bottom, and I'm going to put the link below because I got them from Harbor Freight, and this is going to be the first time I use them, because the last time I did use the heat gun, I used my hands and stuff, and I didn't have gloves on. So today I'm going to be using these since I can't use my hands to hold it and everything like that. So further ado, let's get to this. Ooh. So now, I did 2 different lavish lavenders. One with where the there's lavender within it, and there's one that I did it where the lavender is just essential oil. Either or, we'll see. So here's the first batch. So this is lavish lavender, and this is where you have the lavenders within it. So this is it right here. Ooh, okay. And I'm gonna put this like this so y'all can see this. And I'm gonna do one more. Yeah, let me do the end. So you see, within it has the lavenders, and then in the bottom. So that's, let me do it so y'all can see it better. So that's the ones that I usually generally do. The same thing for the beautiful rose. So now I'm going to reveal the one that doesn't have it within it, which I'm still going to put the same label as within it because they're the same thing. It's just that one I forgot to put. Well, it's not that I forgot. And for the remainders, I keep all the little scraps parts because then I reuse it as embeds. So I'll show you what I mean in a moment. So just slowly taking it out because I don't want to ruin any of the detailing in there, because I'm like excited. Yes, I nailed it. See this? So you can either use your hands or you can get a knife and use it. So if it's this long, I use my hands. If it's like a little bit smaller one, then I get a knife and I shave it down. And then I do this. I smooth it out with my hands. Because the little heat is fine. Just don't make it a habit. So look at this. And some of them trickle down to the sides right here. So the sides, I got it on the sides too. So yes, your girl, yes, 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 your girl nailed it. Yes. So now I just want to see all of them. I'm trying to do this so slow, because if I miss any one of these, I'm going to be so upset at myself that I was not being patient. I still nailed it. And when you're doing this, note, okay? Listen, you're listening? Because when you're doing this, you're going to get a syringe and you're putting it all into the petals, okay? And because you got to take your time and be very meticulous about it, your soap, as you saw with me, it did started hardening up. And that's okay, because I watched so many videos and I realized that it's going to happen. And it's you're a little slow. That's it. But I'd rather be perfect and be meticulous about it than to speed it up and screw it up. So there we go. And I'm so excited. So this is the last one. I might as well just take it out of its molding. And if you have really delicate molds, don't be like me. Try to put it upside down and then pop it out, because you can mess up your moldings. So look at that. And then within it, all you smell is lavender. So that's why I say lavish lavender, because this sucker is lavish. Now, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer so you can see this. Like, look at that. You see that? Yes, I did that. So I'm so excited and so blessed. So now, this is the second part to this video, which that's why I'm thinking about splitting the previous video and this one, where I'm going to put this aside. And the shrink wrap that I'm going to be using is this right here. You could get this shrink wrap at Dollar Tree, so it's nothing fancy or anything like that. So the only difference is you will get a large. You'll end up with a large one, because you know what it's used for, honey? It's used for one thing and one thing only. Yes, you guessed it right. To package a gift bag. So, a basket. So, for me, I'm like, I could use this. I could do this. So, all you do is just unfold it and find where it folds. When you find out where it folds, then you start using that part. So, see? That's where it folds. And then I'm just going to cut this off. Oof. Then I'm going to cut this part off and only work with this. So you cut off a section of what you need. You put it on the side. So baby, you see this? You just got to shrink wrap. And if you're doing it to where you want to be economical and all that stuff, Dollar Tree. But if you're trying to be all cute and everything like that, sweetheart, you're growing business. There's no need to be cute. It's okay. A lot of these big entrepreneurs, guess what? They go to Dollar Tree. They ain't playing. So you get your Dollar Tree shrink wrap, because it worked just as good. You put it onto the side. You see where that fold right here? You put one in here. Okay? Now, you make sure, listen here, yeah, you're watching, because you need to be watching this. And make sure I bring it where you can, let's do it from this way. You see, you're watching. Now, you're going to make sure you have enough room where you can shrink wrap here. You're going to be shrinking wrap here. And you're going to close it off here. Okay? So, I know you're wasting a whole lot of shrink wrap, but you only spent $1. And you're getting so much shrink wrap out of it. So, and then make sure you leave enough room where you can put 2 in there. And it's not where you're struggling with the 1. So, and then when you get, for me, if you have those press heat thingies, you're good, you know? But if you're someone like me, you have a flat iron. And I put it on the low setting, and it works just the same. And that's it. That's all I gotta do. And I will show you this right here. So, yes, I'm using it with the plastic because guess what? Because then I know that for a fact that it's hot enough, it will heat it up. And I put it on the low setting, but I begin it on the high setting just to get the ball rolling, because boy, you know, flat irons take forever in a damn day to heat up. So, and then once I could feel it through my gloves, I put on the low setting because I'm not trying to burn everything. So then you might want to, this one, you might want to push it over a little bit, you know, just a little bit. And then you start pressing the sides. And that's it. And you make sure you're taking your time with this, because it ain't going nowhere. So, and then once you do the little sides, then you can go back and, you know, you see that? You see how I'm doing that? It's slow. And you're making sure that everything is good. And if you want to be, you like, okay, you know what? I got this down. I know exactly where to do it. You go and you take it and bam. And you heat wrap and you seal it. That's all you're trying to do, is just seal that puppy in. Then you go in. And you go in and you do the same thing. Guess what? You just let it stay there for a second. Then when you put it in, look. Look, you see? Baby, it's nothing. Now you got your shrink wrap. And then you go and you make sure you're very careful, because this is, you know, you want to be careful. And then you close it off. And sometimes you can slam on it by mistake, like I just did, you know. But that's the reason why you make sure you leave it a little bit so you can push it over and correct any mistakes that you've done. So that's the best thing about it. And then this part right here, you're fine. Let it be the top part, because you're going to end up sealing it all at once. And then I'm gonna get one of these and do it the same thing all over again. Look at that. Look, you see that? It ain't going nowhere, honey. Now is that 2 presses, 1 on each side. Then I'm gonna show you this again if you missed it. So, bam, look at that. It just started shrinking, you know? And then if you're like, oh my goodness, what if the plastic is stuck on this? Sweetheart, as soon as you're done, it unstucks as soon as it cools down. So you're fine. The plastic is fine. You know? And then you go right ahead and you seal off the top part. And that's it. So now you got a double, okay? So once you're done doing that, once you finish doing the same thing where it's a double now, okay? You're gonna turn around and you see this big old giant gap right here? This big giant gap, it's about a finger long. You're gonna find the middle and you're gonna cut in between so both of them still is wrapped. So be very careful to not redo it. So if you have to do a little curve, do the curve. You see? If it ain't going straight, what can you expect? You know, you use the flat iron. So, and if you got to go back in, you got to go back in. But the great thing about it is that for me, guess what? When I'm shrinking this is going to get covered. So, which I'm about to show you. And then look, all this. If you don't want this, let's say, I ain't about that. I need this to be a little bit shorter. Angel, this ain't working for me, all this gap. Okay? You make sure you do it about a finger apart. So I'm going to cut about like a few inches off of it. So, bam, bam. So, now it's like, damn, what if I cut it too short? No, you're good. You're good. So then you, bam, bam. Look at that. Now it's shorter. And look, it ain't going nowhere. And then let's do the same thing for this one. Let's do it. And then you see, I can't even find where I made a mistake. Okay, this part is still open, you see? This is still open, okay? So you know what you do? You take your tip. Can you do this? Tip. And then you make sure you take your time with it. And then look. I fixed that gap that messed up. That hole that I created. I'm good. I'm Gucci. And then the same thing for this, where I told you it was way too long. Now, I take this. And bam. Look at that. So now I have wraps. So you can either keep them like this or take it one step further, which is I'm about to do. I'm going to unplug this because I ain't trying to burn no part of my body. So then you're going to take one step further. You're going to say, Angel, I'm trying to make this look a little bit more professional, which this is professional, believe it or not, you know. So you could sell it like this, you know. All you do is just put it like this. What is it? A tag. And bam, you're selling it. And put your logo here. And you're good. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm going to show you. So you can do this to it. So instead of me doing it with this, you could do it to this, where you put this on top like this. And that's still fine. That is still fine. And when you do that, when you heat press it, make sure there's a distance between it, about like 2 fingers, because then you still want this to still stay sealed. Because if you staple it like I do, I don't staple where this gets touched. I staple, if you look right here, there's a gap right here, and I staple that part. And mine's is electric, so I just stick it in and it staples it for me. And then bam, right there. And you need to find a bag that is moisture resistant. And also parchment paper is moisture resistant also. So I did basically a double protection. So I use parchment paper. 1, it stays clean, and 2, it keeps the moisture, it's moisture resistant. So I don't have to deal with moisture being forced in, because I live in Florida, so you know, that sucker, tomorrow it could be hot, today it's cold. So that's what I do. And if you want a video on how I create these, let me know, and I will surely do a video on them. And then when you open it, it says, then if you like how it makes you feel, you know, hit us sister up, purchase. So this is my sample for Lavish Lavender. All right, so then we're going to, the heat gun I'm going to be using is this right here. And like I said, I'm going to have all the description down below on the items that I am using. So this is the Heat Gun Warrior, which has been working very good for me. So I'm going to plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Freeze. Let me stop. Okay. So this is, I'm going to only show y'all these two, me doing it, the whole process of what I'm going to be doing. So, and then off camera, I'm going to do the rest of them. So these are the 2 lavender ones. So I'm going to put it on a low setting, and I'm going to do the sides, the front, the back. That's it. And sometimes I do the side, the back, and then the front. So for me, it's just whatever's convenient. But I almost forgot. I gotta put these gloves on because I have these gloves on. So whew, that would have been a messy scene. It would have been attached to my hand. You would have been like, Angel, your hand's turning. Your hand, sweetheart. Do you not know? I'm gonna be like, oops, oh crap. Let me hold it with, no, I'm gonna have issues with this one. Okay. Because I'm gonna have to hold the gun. Okay, so here is this right here. This is the one that has the lavenders within it. I'm gonna put it on the low setting, and then I'm gonna show y'all. Don't be like me. Okay. Okay, and then put it down, and then just try to make all the sides. I'll show you just 1 second. Okay. Just make sure all the sides are down. And if you make a hole, that's fine. because then it makes it easier for the customer to actually open it. So that's fine. And then I'm going to do the top part. And then turn it and do the back. And that's it. See how clean that looks? So Lavish Lavender. Then I'm gonna put this off to the side, or not. Okay. And then I'm going to get my big book of, when I tell you that your girl be working, this is my book of labels. So I'm going to actually organize this and put holiday ones labels where it's the same labels, but it's generated more for the holidays. And that's the only time I use them. And then there's the regular ones when it's not a holiday. So we're going to go straight to the section where it's the soaps. And we're going to get Lavish Lavender. And I have two types of labels for Lavish Lavender. I have it for, well, three types. I have this labeling right here, where it's a 5-pack and that you receive of the beautiful breathtaking daisies. So it's you receive them as a 5-pack. And then I have the ones that are for these, and these are the ones that I'm going to be using right now. If you want to know what size these are about 2 inches in roundness. And then the label that I'm using is 22856, if you want to know. So that's my label. And then I'm going to grab one label, which, ain't it so cute? And I had to research this big time, because the same way you do your cosmetic label is not the same information you put on soap labelings. Because soap labelings, there is information in there that you have to put. And that I was never aware of it, that rules and regulations. So when I started, I had to do my research. I did my homework, and I found out, like, there's you have to make sure the weight is on it. With cosmetic, you can get away with not putting weight on it and everything. If you have a lip gloss tube, on my website, it's the 10 milliliter. All my tubes are 10 milliliters unless I say otherwise, but I have 10 and 15 unless I'm doing the samplings, and then obviously they're less. But my wand tube, my rose wand tubes are all 10 milliliters. My roll-on oils, 10 milliliters. My squeeze tubes, I had 10 and 15. And then for PR, I have the sample size, which is 5 ounces. So then you make sure it doesn't have to be 100% aligned, but it got to be aligned enough. Okay. This is how sticky the sucker is. You see that? Try to take my finger. So here we are. Lavish lavender. All right. And thank you for packaging these 2 soaps with me. I'm going to go right ahead and finish up packaging these. I just wanted to show you the process that I actually been coming up with. And as time goes by, I'm going to be improving and learning and doing it like the big boys. So I'm excited about this journey. And thank you very much for watching my part 2 of where I packaged them the following day, and I reveal the look of them because they are gorgeous. And also my labelings, which let me know, comment down below if you like more videos like this, and also if you want me to teach you how to do your labelings for soaps and the information that you do need. Even though it's basic, it's for some reason it's on the retarded side of finding it, because not everybody talks about the information that has to go on it. Weird. So thank you very much for watching this far, and I love all of you guys. Thank you for being part of my journey. Yes. All right. Bye, guys.